Good afternoon, everyone. Time is free but priceless, right? So let's start. Before we proceed for anything, let me know that am I audible and visible for you people? Please type yes into the chat box if I'm audible and visible for you. Yes. Okay. Okay. Done. So first of all, I welcome you all and I thank you for joining this webinar. You might have a different option to spend this time, but today you decide to invest in something which is more beneficial to you as a parents and your children, right? And at the same time, by the way, I'm curious to know that from where you are people belongs to. Please type your city name into the chat box. Bhubaneswar, yes. Mumbai, Mumbai, Gujarat, Mumbai. Okay, okay. Very nice. Nice to meeting you all. And by the way, let me know that how many of you are more than 20 years? If you are above 20 years, then go for option A. Okay, almost we all are more than 20 years. Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's start our journey and let me introduce this program. See, being a homeopathic physician, I've been dealing with different psychodynamic aspect of different disease. That is psychoanalysis of health and disease about human body. And working with more than 2000 pregnant mother, I realize a silent suffering of baby inside mother's womb. And my inner voice is constantly poking me that this little cute little one is not deserving this life or is not deserving this suffering, right? So I frame out certain factors in form of a GARBHSANSKARA home technology. And on hearing this word GARBHSANSKARA, many of us is not aware about it, that what is GARBHSANSKARA. And of course, few of us is maybe aware about the GARBHSANSKARA, but don't know that how to apply certain tools and techniques during 9 months of pregnancy. And even don't know that how to use this mother's womb as a technology to design a dream child in terms of healthy, beautiful, genius, peace-loving quality, even a full-fledged human being. See, here we need to understand that being a human, we all have a specific journey on this planet. And this journey starts from the mother's womb. And here I carefully use this word, human being, not a baby, child, or else. Because being a human, we all are so special in this evolution. But any idea, why is that so? Why are we so special? Because we as a humans are gifted with well-developed neurological faculties, that is well-developed brain, that we can memorize about our past and we can imagine about our future, or we can plan about our future. And with the help of this best unique gift, we have done so much development on this planet that any other living creatures can't do it. So even after having the best quality gift from the nature today, most of us is suffering from the most of the chronic illnesses, depression, sadness, misery, and whatnot. We have given a fanciful name to our efforts that is known as a stress. And that takes us far, far away from a reality of human being, right? So any idea, even after having the best gift from the nature, why are we suffering? We are suffering because we are not using nature's formula of being human. Now you might have a question that what is this nature's formula of being human? So let's understand it for example. See, a tiny seed has all the genetic information that how to develop into full-fledged tree. But actual growth and potential of the tree is depend on different developmental stages of seed. You might have observed that even after having the best quality of land or field, the quality of seed decide the actual growth and potential of the tree, as well as the character of tree. If you sow mango kernels, you will have a mango tree. And if you sow neem seeds, you will have a neem tree. It's as simple as mathematics, like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So Mother Earth has all the information and wisdom that how to develop this tiny seed into full-fledged tree. But quality of tree is determined by quality of seed. Similarly, GARBHSANSKARA is a scientific and spiritual knowledge that designed for pregnant mother during these 9 months of pregnancy. So technically, it is a knowledge about nature's formula that how to use a mother's womb as a technology to design a dream child in terms of healthy, beautiful, genius, responsible, and peace-loving quality. Even scientifically defined as a to education the mind of unborn or a fetus while inside mother womb. So in a simplest form, you can understand that GARBHSANSKARA is an education before birth that takes or that defines human quality and potential for higher purpose of our being. See here, on based upon this discussion, you might have a different thoughts in your mind. And you might have a question that, is this really, this education before birth is really required for growth of human being or a full-fledged development of human being? So let me know, I'm launching the poll and tell me, according to you, seriously it's required? Or if you don't agree with the third, then go for option B, that no, it's not necessary. If you really feel this education is important, then go for option A. And if you don't, then go for option B. And let me share the result with you. Okay. So the people who are present here, this all are favorable with this answer A. A. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. See, here we must understand two important points. The first one is more than 70% of human brain develop while inside mother's womb. And the second important point is child inside mother womb can sense everything, whatever mother can sense throughout her 5 senses. Now let's understand it in little depth with 3 different ways. First, we will understand with a few live examples. Let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. See, you can see a very famous personality of Zakir Hussain. He's an Indian musician. His father Allah Rakha mentioned that, I'm sure that Zakir heard the tabla and knew what it was in his mother's womb. Even Zakir himself mentioned that I had a rhythm in my subconscious when I was 3 years old and some kind of homework was already done. And I recognize it like Arjuna talking to Abhimanyu when he was in his mother's womb. Let's have one more example. Are you able to see my screen? Please type in yes into the chat box. Yes. Okay. So he's another famous personality, Shiva Mani. He's an Indian music composer, a percussionist. He mentioned that I started my practice in my mother's womb. In fact, her heartbeat was my first click track. And he also mentioned that I started my practice in mother's womb and I did not go to any music school to learn drums. So both the examples suggested that learning when inside mother's womb. Let's have one more example. See, now you can see two different pictures on the screen. One is Mother Rachel and another one is baby Ellie. When it was question about neuromuscular development in early pediatric age group, baby Ellie is able to have a proper growth and hold at the age of 20 months. And studies suggested that her parents, Rachel and Zach Farmer, are enthusiastic climbers themselves. In fact, Rachel climbed while she was pregnant with Ellie. So all the three examples suggested that learning with different five senses. Now let's understand that how child can learn inside mother's womb with the scientific way. That is the second way. Say about Dr. Rene Vendique. He is the earliest pioneer of prenatal stimulation. He used to teach his parents that how to stimulate their unborn baby's brain with the help of music and different exercise. And he mentioned that your baby's brain develop in response to what they experience. I repeat, your baby's brain develop in response to what they experience. And about Dr. D.H. Stott, he has done a research study, and it is the most long-term research study over 1,300 mothers, children, and their families. And it was combined study, as he was ex-professor of psychology and director Center for Educational Disability in his University of Gulf. And he mentioned that women locked in stormy marriage is runs 237% of greater risk of bearing a psychologically and physically damaged child than a woman in a secure and nurturing relationship. See, here we need to understand that five senses of mother, which perceives everything or each and every outside stimulations, whether it is positive or negative, that runs entire genetic building block of the child and that decides child's personality or constitution accordingly. So that sensory neural network between mother and child is just act as a three-dimensional printer for a child. So we all have that genetic and articulate memory of our parents. Now let's understand that how child can learn inside mother womb with the different historical views. Here, I want to share a very famous example of GARBHSANSKARA, which stated in ancient Veda, a story of Abhimanyu. Story suggested that Abhimanyu has learned that how to penetrate a difficult chakravyuh when he was in his mother's inside mother's womb. And story also suggested that when Mother Subhadra was learning the entire strategy from her brother Lord Krishna, and in between she fell asleep. So unborn Abhimanyu was not able to learn how to emerge out from that chakravyuh. And it is a classical example of a GARBHSANSKARA that child can learn inside mother's womb. But it was not only one example that shows there's different that child can learn inside mother's womb. There are different examples that mention that about GARBHSANSKARA, that five senses of mother is responsible for learning of child while inside mother's womb. So story of Prahlad, story of Madalsa, story of Mother Kaikasi, story of Lord Hanuman, all the different stories suggested that mother's womb is a powerful place to learn anything. See, here we need to understand that whenever we think in terms of education, we have a common thought in our mind that going school and getting information from various sources. But let me clear with you that mother's womb is a very first school of her child. Child inside womb can sense everything. And there are around 2.5 lakhs of neuron generates inside baby's brain while inside womb. And it is the fastest rate of growth of human neuron than any other stages of our life. And the most important point is all the senses are very active, even though it is a developmental stage of brain. So child will never wait for birth. to grasp different informations. Here, few of us is might surprise with the different examples, and also curious to know that how this Garbhasanskara is help to use own technology or own womb technology. So let's have a discuss about it. See, whenever we think in terms of Garbhasanskara, we must understand that it is a process, right? So you might have observed, see, if a potter wants to design a pot, then there will be same material, same technology, that is spinning wheel, right? But molding a pot is an art and process. So if potter wants to make any change in design, then how many of you people believe that he must have a focus during the process of molding? And if you agree with the thought, then go for option A. And if you don't, then go for option B, that no, potter can make any change after the process of molding. I'm waiting for the result. Okay, let me end the poll and share the result with you. Okay, almost we all are agree that yes, he must have a focus during the process of molding. Similarly, Garbhasanskara is a process of molding child while inside mother's womb. See, here we need to understand that producing child is inbuilt process for female reproductive system. But molding a child with the help of Garbhasanskara is important step during pregnancy. See, if you ever think about human body, you must aware that human body is the best piece of artwork in this nature. In fraction of second, human body knows that how to maintain balance, temperature, pressure, even n number of vital processes from growing hair and nails to converting food into energy, right? So in fraction of second, human body act as a multitasking device. And if on other hand, if we talk about female reproductive system, this system is inbuilt designed for creation in this nature. So mother's womb or a uterus, it itself has a wisdom and information that how to develop a full-fledged functional body that act as a same multitasking device. This is known as a automation. But here, this automation is under influence of mother's will, wish, intention, and desire. So Garbhasanskara provides tools and techniques that how to use this mother's womb as a technology to design a dream child in terms of healthy, beautiful, responsible, well-cultured, peace-loving qualities. And Garbhasanskara is the only way to molding a child while inside mother's womb, because more than 70% of human brain develop while inside mother's womb. So tell me, based upon this discussion, how many of you people think that when it should be started, or it has to be started? Because being a practitioner, this is the most common question I have ever received in my practice. So let me launch a poll and tell me that according to you, what is the right time to do Garbhasanskara? Five-second more. Okay, let me end the poll and share the result with you. So 60% people believe that it has to be started before pregnancy. 20% is agree with the first trimester and 20% is third trimester. Okay. See, it happens with the most of the family that they don't declare pregnancy until the third month. So mother and parents used to join Garbhasanskara at the fourth month of pregnancy. It is myth about protection. But here we need to understand that first trimester of pregnancy is important stage of pregnancy. I can understand because conception is fragile, right? But here, nothing to worry about protection because pregnancy is totally natural phenomena, right? So it is a nature's phenomena and it is completely protected by nature. So here, nothing to worry about protection. So what is the right time to do Garbhasanskara? Let's understand. And let's understand with one example. So you might have a observe about or you might have an experience about intelligent farmers that they used to have prior preparation of their land before sowing or before harvesting any seasonal crop, right? By plowing or proper water supply or using intermittent fertilizers and small important step before sowing any seeds. If they miss any one of those factors, then they used to struggle till harvesting of crop. So similarly, Garbha Sanskara is start with the preconception stage. Here we need to understand between the ancient versus modern concept of pregnancy. See, modern concept has a divide pregnancy into three categories. That is preconception, during pregnancy, and preparation for delivery and lactation. Is as similar as ancient concept of pregnancy, that is a Garbhadan, Usavan Sanskara, and Simantoi Sanskara. So Garbha Sanskara is cover first three Sanskara, that is Garbhadan, Usavan Sanskara, and Simantoi Sanskara in of Sola Sanskara of our Sanatan Dharma. So advice has to be given that it start with the Garbhadan stage. Now, that is Garbhadan stage is 3 months to 1 year prior before conception. But why advice has to be given before pregnancy or the preconceptional stage? Because Garbhadan stage is related with the Bija Shuddhi. Here we need to understand that father's sperm and mother's ovum are known as a Bij. And Bija Shuddhi done by taking care of diet, certain external factors, and purity of thoughts and emotions. Because it is related with the increased fertility rate of sperm as well as ovum. So if mother or parents start Garbha Sanskara at the stage of preconception, then half of the responsibility done by the parents. Here I carefully use this word responsibility because contributing health by contributing maximum healthy genetic materials is purely parents' responsibility, right? So tell me, any question till now? I'm opening the chat box. That how many of you people, especially the 20% people who are giving answer about the doing Garbha Sanskara at the 3rd month? Any question till now? See, here we need to understand that if parents or mother miss this stage, then also nothing to worry about it. They can start any good day of her pregnancy. See here, I mentioned that any good day of pregnancy because you can understand in this way that we are living in era of modern technology and time has totally changed. The role of female has totally changed in our society. She has a multiple responsibility on her shoulder. And top of it, nurturing child inside mother's womb is one of the great responsibility. And you might have experienced that completing certain tasks in given time, it generates lots of stress within, right? And being a physician, when we came across to certain chronic illnesses in pediatric age group, we have found that maternal stress has a vital role to develop a genetic building block of child. And surprisingly, I notice in my practice that mother and other family members used to taking care of pregnancy by just taking care of external factors. That is taking care of diet, having a regular sleep or doing regular exercise. They consider as a taking care of pregnancy. But here, I want to know from you people that how many of you people believe just taking care of external factors are enough? Let me launch a poll. If you agree with the external factors, then go for option A. And if you find no, there are subtle psychological stresses, then go for option B. Two more seconds. Let me end the poll and share the result with you. See, everyone is agreed that we need to explore subtle psychological stresses. We need to address it. Okay. See here, we must understand that these are the environmental and psychological stresses. There is a lack of sleep, improper nutrition, change of weather, overexertion, financial crisis, work pressure, loss of loved one, toxic relationship, and history of repeated abortion. These are the major environmental and psychological stress factor that we have ruled out that has a definite role on child's genetic development. See, here we need to understand that anything we consider as a stress, it stimulates a fight and flight response of human body. Now, fight and flight response of human body is nothing. But in this state, human brain is stimulate one gland that is known as adrenal gland. It is a part of human body. And that secretes certain state of the certain stress hormones, certain chemicals or sets of the chemicals that known as the stress hormones. And that under influence of those stress hormones, our major vital organs get compromised their function. And that leads to certain symptoms inside human body by increasing heart rate, increasing blood pressure, increasing blood glucose level. There is disturbed digestion, there is lack of oxygen, perspiration, trembling limbs, goosebumps, and so many symptoms inside human body. Now, there is a lack of oxygen and further disturbance in circulation that leads to replicative and metabolic stress to the child, and that further leads to DNA damage. Here, I want to share a very famous research from Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's a famous chiropractor. He mentioned that it is emotions that turn gene expression on or off. I repeat, it is emotions that turn gene expression on or off. And don't forget, human emotions can't be scanned by any man-made machine. So pregnancy is a one and only chance for mother to give the ultimate health to her child. As you realize that more than 70% of human brain develop while inside mother's womb. So child's personality is begun to take shape inside womb only. And we have enough scientific evidences that child inside womb can respond to each and every outside its stimulation. So it is most important that in an era of well advanced technology, the need of GARBHSANSKARA, I find it's important. And something has to be done from within. Just taking care of external factors are not enough. So after knowing this, that certain stress can damage your child. So most of us, it might be feeling that yes, GARBHSANSKARA is very important for mother. And whenever we think in terms of GARBHSANSKARA, family member used to think just it is only for pregnant mother. But I want to know from you people, how many of you people believe that producing child is totally mother's responsibility or it is a duty of both the parents? If you feel that GARBHSANSKARA is only for mother, then go for option A. And if you feel no, it is a responsibility of both the parents, then go for option B. Let me end the poll and share the result feed. Of course, we as a responsible parents, we understand that yes, it is a purely responsibility of both the parents. Thank you for your suggestion. So whenever we think about GARBHSANSKARA, most of us have a common thinking, okay, it is only for mother. But here, father has an important role because half of the genetics is contributed by father. So we must have an equal responsibility. So here in this panel, it is my humble request to all the husbands, father and father-in-laws, brother and brother-in-laws, that you can help any pregnant lady, whether she is your wife, daughter or daughter-in-law, sister or sister-in-law. You can support, you can help her by providing your care and support, right? So it is good to know that you people are aware about that GARBHSANSKARA is for both. I agree that majority of part has to be done by mother. So let's discuss what are the benefits of GARBHSANSKARA if mother adopt during 9 months of pregnancy. Let's have a one look. See, these are the objective of GARBHSANSKARA for mother. There is a prenatal education to understand about healthy pregnancy. There will be step-by-step guidance about the programming of baby's brain. And there is a mind and body relaxation for healthy pregnancy. And there is preparation for normal delivery and lactation. See, healthy pregnancy is not a simple term to understand. Whenever we talk about health, it must be cover all the four dimensions of health. Because health approach, it must be holistic. It must cover all the four dimensions. So these are the major benefit for mother if she adopt GARBHSANSKARA home technology. Now let's understand what are the benefits for the baby. See, our prime objective of GARBHSANSKARA is holistic development of child, right? And whenever we something consider as a holistic, it must cover all the four dimensions, that is physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual one. So if mother adopt a GARBHSANSKARA, so there will be greatest benefit at the level of physical development of child. See, here we need to understand that since last 2 decades, chronic illnesses is increasing in pediatric age group, like frequent allergies, asthma, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, even psychiatric disorder like ADHD, autism, hyperactive child, eating disorder, even genetic diseases too. So if mother adopt a GARBHSANSKARA during this period, then there will be greatest benefit to repair or to healing genetic material of the child. Even she can use this power of home by eliminating certain disease pattern which runs throughout the family history of the both the parents. So it is the greatest benefit. Even she can nurture the well immune system of the child by improving the quality of lactation, right? Mentally, she can able to implant all the positive emotions, and that will definitely prevent the psychiatric disorder in early pediatric age group. And intellectually, there is increased attention, memory, and different learning faculties with the help of GARBHSANSKARA. And last but not the least, she is able to nurture a well-cultured, responsible, and peace-loving quality to her child with the help of GARBHSANSKARA. So GARBHSANSKARA home technology is not just a program for 9 months. It is a treasure of knowledge for mother and parents. Let's have a look the mothers who had already adopted GARBHSANSKARA and certain aspect of development of child. So is by Mrs. Rushika Hirpara. She mentioned that all the qualities, whatever she done during the GARBHSANSKARA, she find the minor changes and all the different qualities like liking music and grasping, holding. She feel all the level and she has given this beautiful testimony for that. Let's have another look by Mrs. Darshana Rupapara. She has adopted GARBHSANSKARA in his second pregnancy. So she has mentioned the difference between first and second pregnancy. About Mrs. Sarika Pagdal. She has totally transformed in a certain way that she realized that what is this system, what is our femininity, and how she blessed that nature has selected her to nurture a new life inside her womb. And she has given a wonderful testimony for about the GARBHSANSKARA. So I want to know from you people, any question about it? Is audio not clear? Are you able to listen me? Hello. Listening? Hello. Yes, Panchkarma needed before pregnancy. Yes. Yes, Panchkarma is about internal purification. It is a part of Garbhadan, and there will be step-by-step guidance from GARBHSANSKARA Home Technology. Yes. First of all, let me know that am I audible to you people? Okay, done. Okay. So any question? So I'm posting one link of WhatsApp group. So do join if you have any query or any different detailed question, or if you want to know what is the detailed tools and techniques, then please join this group. I'm posting the link into the chat box. So please do join. Okay, just a minute. Give me a few seconds. So I'm sending the link of WhatsApp group. Please join this WhatsApp group for detailed investigation. You will get our upcoming webinars and our upcoming live program. So this program is only for education aspect. It's for awareness. For more detail, you need to join this WhatsApp group. So if you have any query, or if you want to know any detail about GARBHSANSKARA, we will meet in this group and I will personally answer your all the questions. So till that, we are blessed with the divine health, and
I'm ending this webinar. Till that, be blessed with your divine health. Thank you.